Welcome to Empower You Crown Up, where we believe in empowering minds to live empowered lives. I'm so excited to have you guys tuning in with us today. Today, we're going to be talking about money and stress. That is the topic right there that is so much happens, right? A lot of times we hear people say, I don't need all the money in the world. Money doesn't make you happy. But the reality is having money can solve, some of your problems, but it can also create problems. But it's all about the relationship and how you view money, which is important. But if you haven't started following me yet, make sure you're following me on all social media platforms at empower_crown up. And it's just amazing. First, I want to just start with gratitude. Why are you grateful? Whether it's to be alive, whether it's for God's grace and mercy, to be able to see another day. What is it that you are grateful for? And so I want you to go ahead and think about those three things that you're grateful for. For myself, I'm grateful to be in my right mind. I'm grateful to be alive and well. I'm grateful for my children, and to be able to set that example for them each and every day, because each day we get up and it's a new day, and our children are watching everything that we do. I know a lot of times back in the day, people be like, okay, or parents or adult figures in your life, they be like, okay, don't do what I do, but rather make sure that you do as I say. And the reality of it is, we live in a day and time where people are always watching us. So we have to make sure that we are leading by example and doing what we know we need to do for us. So we're going to hop right into it. Today, we're going to be talking about money and stress. Okay. So, at first, I want to start with, a lot of times people are like, living like the Joneses, right? Living up to that. Are you trying to be like the Joneses? But the reality of it is, as you live life, you realize most people who actually have money, some of them you would never know, the ones who really have it. What I have discovered after meeting so many multimillionaires and millionaires and having met billionaires is that they are the ones that are the nicest, the one who really have money. They're the nicest. They have a great personality. They don't get into the, oh, I need to drive this car. Oh, I need to wear this. Or, oh, I need to do this. Or, oh, let me flash my money. So that is a key sign. When you see people flashing money, saying, I need to have this car, I need to do this, I need to have that, those are not the people that you want to spend time around. Or you just need to make a conscious effort to start separating yourself from that. Which makes sense, because you're always spending money. Then you're going to think that you need to keep this facade up. And the reality of it is, no, you don't have to do that. You don't need to do that. And that's where a lot of people get into that unpredictable trap, because the reality of it is, you can be good one day and down the next. Kind of reminds me of the story in the Bible where, whew, the rich man, he didn't want to give up all of his possessions. And so, he was told in the parable that it would be easier for a donkey to enter through the eye of a needle. And so when you think about your life and where you are, you want to make sure that you are not putting material things above everything else, and that's how you're able to live life and be free. Because when you're always trying to figure out, okay, live for people or live for others, or, to get the attention of others, truly, you're not happy. And you have to really dig deep to understand that true happiness comes from within. And that's why some people, they're homeless and they're content, they're good, because they've made a conscious effort to be content from within. So, as we get ready to prepare, it's just important to make that conscious decision to make sure that you are making sure that you do what's best for you. So, the reality of it is, you're either living to work or you're working to live. And you have to make the choice and decide what is it that you really want to do. And for me, I'm like, okay, I know God has put me here on earth for more reasons than to work, just work and pay bills. Like, no, there's so much more to life, but you have to do something different outside of what you do day to day, because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same results. So you have to do something different, which is so important. So you have to realize, like, okay, I need to create balance in my life. balance work, balance life, balance happiness, balance children, balance, being a mother, being a wife, all those things, you have to balance them. It's important. But you have to make sure that you are taking control of your finances. Since I've gotten into the business arena, so many people are like, "Ooh, the financial part, that's not my forte. I just want to run my business and do what I need to do." But if you are that type of person, that means you need to get around and go hire people, a financial advisor, hire people that can help you to make sure you have your finances intact. For me, I taught math for 5 years in education. I taught middle school, and a lot of times I would talk to adults, and they would say things like, "Girl, I don't do no math. That's not me. Ooh, no, girl. All I do is balance bank account. That's about it." And I'm like, "What is wrong? Like, what is wrong with people?" Because I'm like, math and reading to me, or those are the subjects that you need, no matter what. You need to be able to calculate your money, and you need to be able to read. And so it's just important that you do what you need to do and make those advances that you need in order to be the best version of yourself and to continue to grow. So for many, financial troubles is what causes stress and worry. And it's important that we don't turn a blind eye. You cannot do that. And I also, as we're talking about or getting ready to enter our next sector with relationships, financial is one of the top reasons outside of infidelity that a lot of people get divorced, and because they're not on the same track with finances. And so it really comes down to, knowing the person that you're with, knowing their love of money and how do they view money, which is important because some people, they're flashy, and some people, they don't want to spend money at all. And so really it just depends. A lot of times you find in relationships, you have one person who's a spender and one person who's a saver. But you have to come to some kind of middle ground in order to make it work. So we're going to look at a case study here. We have Jason. He's 38 and he's a business owner. So it says Jason lost his job and couldn't afford his mortgage payment. So when his home was repossessed, his wife and children moved in with his mother-in-law. But there wasn't enough room for him. So he stayed in a local hostel. The situation was diabolical. And not only did he suffer from anxiety and stress symptoms, but his eldest child, Sophie, started being sick at school and was eventually diagnosed with separation anxiety. Jason's mother-in-law contacted us regarding his anxiety and money worries. Over a 3-week period, Jason's anxiety reduced. He became more focused on the matters in hand, and with help from our staff, he devised a life and financial plan. It was approaching Christmas, and Jason and his brother-in-law started a Christmas tree business to make some money fast. Right? We've all been there. Got to make fast money, right? But you got to do it the right way, legally. Now, 2 years later, they have a prospering farm shop and nursery supplying turf and Christmas trees. Jason was able to take back control of his finances by creating a structured approach, becoming passionate about a business idea, and systematically addressing each issue logically without a sense of impending doom. Emma, Jason's wife, now also works in the business, making fresh cakes and cookies that she packages for sale and serves in the farm shop cafe, which she runs with help from her mother. And so when you look at this story, it started off one way, right? Where it's like the tables are turning, losing your mortgage, the roof that's over your head, your pride, to be able to take care of your family, and to have to say, hey, I need some help. I need to make some money fast, and I need to do it the right way and do it legally, because he could have easily slipped into a state of mind of depression. But he was able to push forward, push his way out, get the help that he needed, and now has a prospering business where even he has his wife that's working and she's doing something that she's happy. And that also shows their children that, in life you have setbacks, but you have to take control. And it's just important to understand that you have to take control, and you can do that, but it starts with you. And just knowing that it's okay. If you need help, it's okay to ask for help. And I think that's one of the things a lot of people are like, okay, I don't want people in my business, or I don't want this to happen, or I don't want that to happen. But it's important for you to be able to say, you know what, let me take control. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to commercial break, and then we'll be back to go ahead and recap. Hey, moms, educators, and entrepreneurs, are you ready to feel empowered? I am Brittany Petty, and I'm the founder of Empower You, Crown Up, where we believe in empowering minds to live empowered lives. We've created mental health positivity boxes that are geared towards your self-care journey. One thing that sets me apart, outside of being a mom of four, international keynote speaker, and podcaster, is that I'm also a licensed professional counselor. And I'm constantly in the trenches, working inside of the community worldwide to assess your mental health and your self-care needs. So make sure that you join the thousands of women who are moms, educators, and entrepreneurs who are taking a vow to prioritize their mental health today. And grab yourself a mental health, positivity, self-care box to start prioritizing you. Go to focusyoursuccess.com and grab your mental health, positivity, self-care box and take action on prioritizing you this day forward, because you deserve to take care of you and to feel empowered. You deserve it. Yes, you deserve to feel empowered. So I love to give you actionable steps. So something that you can do for yourself is take 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day. If you can't do 30 minutes a day, take 30 minutes a week. So that way you can stay on top of your finance. If you're a person that's pretty good with it, then 30 minutes a month, you'll find can suffice. But I challenge you to take 30 minutes a week. Really, the more you do it, the quicker it'll become where you wouldn't even need 30 minutes a day. But to look at your finances, see, what are you spending your money on? Week to week is good as well. Like, okay, did I really need that? Am I spending too much money on Starbucks? Or, did I really need to eat out every day, or different things of that nature? And you'll find that you'll actually find different ways that you can actually save your money and do things that you desire to do. So if you find that you are spending more than your monthly income, it's important for you to just take the time to analyze, look through, be real with yourself, be honest. If you need to get a third party or somebody else that can look and say, oh, girl, what you doing here? You don't need to be doing that. That's important. But also, just knowing, like, for example, overspending. If you're a person who overspends on very nice gifts and things of nature, sometimes from the mental health perspective, that can be viewed as having low self-esteem. So just being real with yourself and saying, okay, am I doing this because I really want to do this? Or am I doing this because I feel the need to? Or why am I really doing this? And just really just be honest with yourself, because we know that we can't buy love no matter what. You cannot buy love. And self-love is something that it's a challenge. It's things that we have to do each day, and we have to validate ourselves. For some, it's starting out your day off with affirmations. It's having that positive self-talk. It's some that are kind of like insecure, right? They talk to themselves in the mirror. They're like, doing this stuff and da-da-da in the mirror. Whatever you have to do to make yourself feel on top of the world, go for it. Do it. And just knowing that you have to do what you need to do. So if you find yourself wanting to buy these different things, then a lot of times studies tell you to use cash, and you'll find that you're going to buy less things. You're not going to eat out as much because you're using cash. It's just different things like that that can actually help you. But I encourage you to take action in the now. Do not allow your spending to get out of hand, because then it will become a nightmare. So make sure that you are taking time to really, truly be real with yourself, analyze where you are, and just do what you need in order to be the best version of yourself possible. So I'm very glad that you guys tuned in with us today on money and stress, and just knowing that you have to be real. If you don't deal with the situations that occur in your life, guess what? Those situations are going to deal with you. So you have to make sure that you are taking the time to manage your money, be real with yourself. Okay, am I an overspender? What type of spender are you? And so that's going to be your homework assignment. What type of spender are you? Keep it 100 with yourself and be real. What changes do you need to make in your life? And do it and stick with it. And remember, you don't owe anyone any explanation. If you would do the things now like no one, then you can live like no one. But you have to do the work. You have to do it. And it starts with you. So start with your end goal in mind. If you desire to be a millionaire or a billionaire, you have to, learn to invest. And in order to invest, instead of buying that coffee or buying that expensive outfit that's just going to sit in your closet after 1 week, or those expensive shoes, you could use that money to invest. So just do the things that you know you need to do for you. So thanks for tuning in on Empower You Crown Up, where we believe in empowering minds to live empowered lives. If you haven't started following me yet, go ahead and make sure you follow me on Empower, the letter U _ Crown Up. And I'm excited to have each and every one of you listening in to us today. And don't forget to focus your success. Go to focusyoursuccess.com to buy a copy of my workbook on inner healing. Empower You Crown Up, Inner Healing. You can also buy my books, Listen Up, and Stop the Drama, Stop Comparing, and Focus on You. And we'll also have a new book coming out soon for relationships. So make sure you grab a copy because this book is going to be juicy, honey. It's going to be so juicy. And I'm excited. I am so very, very excited to have that book coming out soon. But you will definitely have more details coming on that. But I have Listen Up, Stop the Drama, Stop Comparing, Focus on You, my new book on relationships. It's going to be all type of relationships, including from yourself to other people, you name it. And also, I have my workbook, Inner Healing. So make sure you go to focusyoursuccess.com and grab a copy today. Thank you for tuning in.